Hello and welcome. I'm Anun Bhattacharya and it's good to have you back again with us. You're watching our special broadcast here on DD India, #tracking COVID-19. Over the next 30 minutes, we will get you all the latest developments on COVID-19 from India and the world so that you are aware and empowered with accurate, authentic and authoritative information so that you don't fall prey to rumors or fake news. So let's get started. Centre's strict directive on lockdown situation. Centre asks states to stringently follow lockdown, effectively sealing district and state borders and stopping movement of people on highways, ensuring supply of essential goods at the same time. Centre takes steps against corona on war footing, stresses heavily on strengthening of health services. 10 groups set up, masks and ventilators being ordered from abroad, allows testing in 47 private laboratories, and 979 persons affected so far, with 25 deaths. PM Modi terms lockdown necessary in his Mann Ki Baat program. PM says fight against corona is one between life and death itself. Lockdown was the only option to fight the pandemic. Nation united in PM's appeal to contribute to PM Cares Fund in this hour of crisis. President Ramnath Kovind leads the nation in contributing to PM Cares Fund. Legislators, film personalities and sports personalities as well as industrialists and entrepreneurs across the country pledge support to the fund for fighting COVID-19 upon PM's appeal. Northern Railway runs 6 special parcel express trains which will carry dairy products, medical equipments, medicines, vegetables, edible oil and essential food items. These special parcel trains will travel to Guwahati, Mumbai Central, Kalyan, Howrah, Jaipur. And here are the top global headlines on COVID-19 for you. Over 6 lakh people affected by coronavirus outbreak across the world. Death toll crosses the 30,000 mark. Over 10,000 people died due to coronavirus in the biggest epicenter of the world, which is now Italy. 889 people died on Saturday itself. Total figures crossed the 92,000 mark. Spain continues to reel under the corona effect. Within 24 hours, 838 people die in Spain, taking the death toll to 6,528 persons. Total infections cross 78,000 in the country. Spanish Princess Maria Theresa dies due to coronavirus. Maria Theresa is the first member of any royal family in the world to have died due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Death toll due to corona in the United States crosses 2,000. US President Donald Trump backtracks from an earlier hint of New York quarantine. Travel restrictions and directives issued in New Jersey, Connecticut and New York. Primaries scheduled in April in New York postponed to June. US President Donald Trump talks to Chinese President for an hour, agrees on data sharing in the context of corona, commits to work together for global health in the fight against COVID-19. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who is self-isolating after testing positive for coronavirus, writes to every UK household to ask people to stay at home and follow social distancing rules to fight the pandemic, warns them that things will get worse before they get better. And services have been restored in Wuhan that was under lockdown for a long time. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison makes social distancing norms more strict. Now gatherings of more than 2 people in public spaces prohibited to limit the spread of coronavirus. let's understand the India situation first. There are 867 active cases in India as of now. 86 people have been cured. 1 person has migrated. 25 deaths have taken place, and there are 931 overall cases in India. And we are keeping track of all the latest developments the world over too on COVID-19 outbreak. Here's your digest of all that you need to know on where the countries stand on the COVID-19 meter. So India, as you can see, is doing far better than other countries as far as COVID-19 pandemic and fighting that is concerned. Now, correspondents across the country are tracking all the developments related to COVID-19. Here's Vishal Baristo in Jaipur reporting on transport arrangements made for migrant workers and the situation in the state in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Listen in.
Special arrangements have been made by Rajasthan Roadways for the migratory workers stuck in the lockdown. 1,100 such workers are being taken to the borders of UP, Haryana and Gujarat. Along with that, buses are also plying in 15 different districts. The positive cases in Rajasthan has crossed the 50 mark. And as preventive measures, curfew has been imposed in Bhilwara, which tops the tally with 25 positive cases, followed by Jhunjhunu. Here in Jaipur, in 7 police stations, curfew has been imposed, that is in the walled city. Today in Jodhpur, 275 evacuees from Iran have reached by Indigo and SpiceJet flights. Earlier also, such flights have brought evacuees from Iran, and now they are in the wellness facility center of Indian Army both in Jaipur and Jaisalmer. As preventive measures, government are asking people to stay indoors and all the essential commodities are being provided. With cameraman Hanuman in Jaipur, this is Vishal Baristo, DD India.
And in Guwahati, the roads are nearly empty, but essential commodities are available. Here's a ground report filed by correspondent Mridu Smita from Guwahati.
With fight for coronavirus on its peak and the lockdown which has been called out all for the nation, and since it is the 5th day of the lockdown in Guwahati, where you can see empty roads, people are locked in their houses to fight this coronavirus. And as we can also see, a grocery shop, which is also a kirana shop, that is also open just for essential items for the people, because they are locked down in their houses and they cannot come out, because this is the only way to fight coronavirus. And so we have to fight for it so that we can be safe at our house and fight this epidemic so that the nation plays its role. This is Mridu Smita for DD News, Guwahati.
In Kolkata too, there is barely any activity on the streets. The scene on the Howrah Bridge is no different. Here's our correspondent Animbrato reporting on the ground situation from Kolkata.
The Kolkata responding overwhelmingly to Prime Minister's call of 21 days lockdown, because people know to defeat the deadly corona, this measure, this is an unsurmountable measure, this is an unputdownable measure the Prime Minister has taken, and they are truly adhering the Prime Minister's call. Here at this place where I am standing, behind my backdrop, as you can see, this is Howrah station. Every day, this Howrah station bears the footfall of more than million passengers. So this place always remain abuzz with activities. But you see, right at this point of time, one or two vehicles are rolling down the road, but otherwise this place is wearing entirely a deserted look. This Howrah Bridge, what is popularly known as Robindra Setu, it adjoins Kolkata and Howrah. Every day we find this Howrah Bridge bear heavy traffic movement. More than, it bears, more than a million vehicle moves down this Howrah Bridge. But right at this point of time, one or two vehicles are moving down, but they are actually meeting certain urgencies. In otherwise you find this intensive Naka checking is going on. As you can see, the police men are standing there. They are keeping an watch on the entire vehicular movement here, as you can see. And so we can see the city is responding overwhelmingly the Prime Minister's call of 21 days lockdown. Because as you know, Prime Minister said the war of Mahabharata was won in 18 days. And Prime Minister has given call of 21 days lockdown. He said that if we remain adhere to his call and keep ourselves indoor, we can defeat the deadly corona. Yes, that's what the people here in Kolkata are doing. Here, there, everywhere, the city wears an entirely desolate look. This is with cameraman Ashok Sharma and Shubir Das. I am Anibrata Bhattacharya for DD News, Kolkata.
And in Delhi, our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya spoke to civil defense volunteers who are distributing pamphlets to people that inform them about the do's and don'ts and are providing them sanitizers as well. Take a look.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made a passionate plea to everybody to stay inside, stay indoors and be safe. I've got with me a few people who are making sure that this happens. These are civil defense personnel who have been chosen by the district magistrate. These people have been given the task of stopping people who are going out and also sensitizing them, telling them that these are the things that needs to be done. I've got with me a person here right now. Her responsibility is to make sure that she has these hand sanitizers. She takes it to the people who are going out and tell them to sanitize their hand, and that is what she is doing. And these are the things. And there's another person who's here. Nagendra Pal Singh's duty is to make sure that the pamphlets that are there right now, you can see these are the pamphlets. It has all the information that is required to provide the general public exactly what needs to be done. So the pamphlet provides an information and they tell them, explain them that this needs to be done. So आप explain करते हैं लोगों को, आप इनको भी explain कर रहे थे थोड़ी देर पहले.
बता रहा था इनको बारे में कि इसके लक्षण क्या होते हैं. सर दर्द होता है, सांस लेने में तकलीफ होती है, छींक आना, खांसी, बुखार, किडनी में दर्द, आखिर में किडनी फेल हो जाती है.
So you see that these are the unsung heroes that we talk about. These are unsung heroes from the country, from the capital, who are making sure that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's social distancing message reaches to each and every person. This is Abush Bhattacharya, Doordarshan News, Delhi.
With celebrations like weddings postponed, Karnataka government has converted wedding halls into community halls, giving shelter to the homeless in the wake of COVID-19 outbreak. Aisha Khanam files this round report from Bengaluru.
There is no reason for celebration, and all celebrations have come to a standstill. The country is in a lockdown mode and people are forced to stay indoors. The roads are deserted. Many people have postponed their celebrations and wedding dates to a safer date. Now in Karnataka, since all the wedding halls are locked and they are closed, the Karnataka government is using this opportunity to convert these wedding halls into community halls, where the government can give shelter to the homeless and to those people who live on footpath. The government is making a contingency plan to give place to people who are on roads to stay in such wedding halls. The government has identified over 200 wedding halls across the state. The government says that it will acquire more wedding halls and give shelter to people and also see to that social distance is maintained when they stay in these wedding halls. The government will take care of their food and stay during this corona crisis. In Karnataka, there have been over 3 corona deaths, and since then the government is fighting this in a war mode. The government has set up a control room, and many people are coming forward with their own contributions to help the government and lend a helping hand to fight this virus. Many private wedding hall owners have also come forward and asked the government to utilize this space to help the poor and the needy who can use this place for a safer stay till they overcome this corona menace. Asha Khanam, DD News, Bangalore.
So those were the ground reports from our reporters from across the country. Now the question is, can the 21 days of lockdown become 21 days of happiness? Yes, they can be if you practice your hobbies while staying safe and healthy at home. Here's Anureet, who loves to craft, making most of her 21 days at home. You can get some crafting tips from her and be inspired to do what you love to do.
Hello friends, I've made lockdown into happy crafting days. I've created this beautiful jar using M-Seal and all the buttons and beads that I had in my stash, and I used M-Seal and a glue, and I've created this, and I'll show how we can do that on this bottle which I've already started. You can see I had a certain design in my mind. I'm using buttons and beads. All right, so what we can do, we'll just place the bottle in a way that it doesn't roll around. Okay, and I have a plan in mind that I'm going to make a double chain of these beads. Okay, so if you have a Quick or these like 502s or E6000s at home, you can use anything. Just put a glue drop, put a bead and hold on to it for a few seconds. Okay, and don't touch it again. It needs some time to stick over there. Keep using whatever beads you have. You really don't have to be very perfect doing all this. At the end of it, it looks beautiful. There you go. All right. Oh, sorry.
Children of Indian descent, Surmai and Ravi, live in the neighborhood of New York City in the US and are following all government norms voluntarily. Listen to how they are doing that and their appeal to all. These child warriors tell us how to keep ourselves safe and healthy.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम सुरमई है।
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम रावी है। हम आपसे कोरोना वायरस के बारे में कुछ कहना चाहते हैं। अमेरिका में ऑलमोस्ट 82,000 एक्टिव केसेस हो गए हैं। हम जर्सी सिटी में रहते हैं, जो न्यूयॉर्क सिटी के बॉर्डर पर है। न्यूयॉर्क सिटी एरिया में 30,000 से ज़्यादा एक्टिव केसेस हैं।
हमारा सिटी भी बहुत अनसेफ है। मेरी फैमिली, फ्रेंड्स और पूरी कम्युनिटी पिछले 15 दिनों से घर में बंद है। थैंकफुली हम सभी हेल्थी और सेफ हैं क्योंकि हम गवर्नमेंट और लोकल अथॉरिटीज़ की गाइडलाइंस फॉलो कर रहे हैं वॉलंटरली। हम आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपने घर में रहिए, हाइजीन का ध्यान रखें और बाहर कुछ भी लाएं उसे पहले डिसइंफेक्ट करें। मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली अपनी नीड्स को इतना लिमिटेड रखें जिससे बाहर जाना ही नहीं पड़े। I'm telling you, the only solution to this virus is social distancing.
So spend time with family,
be productive,
and stay safe.
Thank you and namaste.
While staying at home, one can stay fit and healthy, while some have taken to skipping, some to crawling push-ups and some to aerobics. You will also see Iraqi weightlifters turn their rooftop into a gym. That's the fitness flavor from India and the world. And in Celebrities Speak, listen to Hollywood celebrities urging you to take all the necessary precautions to stay fit and healthy in these testing times. They are demonstrating what to do and how. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.
In the movie Contagion, I played an epidemiologist trying to stop the spread of a hypothetical virus. To prepare for the role, I spent time with some of the best public health professionals in the world. And what was one of the most important things they taught me? Wash your hands like your life depends on it. Because right now, in particular, it just might. Or the life of someone you love, or even the life of someone you might not know, but is still deserving of your consideration. Like the people on the front lines of this fight right now, the doctors and the healthcare providers, the people who are still working in the grocery stores, or delivering food to your homes, which is where you should be right now. Soap and water are all you need. Just get the temperature right. The water doesn't need to be that hot, and most any soap will do. The way soap works is that one end of the soap molecule binds with the water, and the other end binds to the grease on your hands. The virus is washed away with that grease when the soap molecule attaches to it. Yep. A scientist taught me that. Why else would I know it? They also taught me to wash my hands for 20 seconds, which is roughly how long this segment has taken. 3, 2, 1.
I'm here to talk to you about social distancing, something we've been hearing a lot about on TV, I think, the last couple weeks. In the movie, I played a guy who was immune to the hypothetical virus that was spreading around the world. And so a few things to start. One, that was a movie. This is real life. I have no reason to believe that I'm immune to COVID-19. And neither do you, no matter how young you are. This is a new virus. It's going to take some time for our bodies and our doctors to understand it and to understand the best way to protect us. It means stay 6 feet away from another person. It means not gathering in groups, and it means staying home or sheltering in place if that's what government officials are telling you to do. People can have COVID-19 and have very mild symptoms or no symptoms at all. So even if you think that they're healthy or you think that you're healthy, don't take that chance. It is not worth it. Every time that you pass this virus to someone else, you are actually giving it to 3 or 4 other people as well, and then those people are going to do the same. So before long, that one person turns into hundreds, turns into thousands, and that's how we got into this situation in the first place.
What we